Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy my painting videos. Today I will be doing an owl. And wow, it's been a while since the last time I painted an owl or a bird. So yeah, let me tell you the colors that we'll be using for today's painting tutorial. So we have here titanium white, black, orange, red, lemon yellow, and burnt sienna. So I'm gonna sketch first the subject so that you know how things are gonna go. If you've been following me on my social media accounts, you probably have seen most of my paintings are quite cropped and more focused. Meaning I don't paint birds that are whole-bodied birds. I often paint faces of birds, especially the eyes. And when it comes to pets, the same way. I really don't paint whole body, very distant perspective paintings. If I'm making sense, guys, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So in the same manner, that's how I'm gonna paint my owl today. So I'm gonna sketch for the subject to see how focused, or to let you see how focused my subject is. Meaning close up, all right? I say focus, but what I mean is close up. So I'm gonna get my black to sketch the subject. I'm using a square canvas, by the way, if you really want to know the size of my canvas. So I'm gonna do a really focused By the way, all the colors that I mentioned will be listed in the description box below so that it will be easier for you to refer to. All right. Okay. So this will be the face. Okay, and this will be the eyes. Okay, also here. Okay. And his beak. I was about to say nose, but this is the beak. Okay, of course we will make some adjustments later. This is just how things are gonna go. Okay, this is not the final look, definitely not. And then this is the mouth. I probably think this is too big, so I might adjust it later. Okay, like that. Alright, so it's basically like this. This is how focused or how close the perspective is, how distant, or our proximity to the subject. So using black, I'm just gonna use it to already identify where the dark or the depth or the dark colors are gonna go. I'm very raw, I'm very free when it comes to my paintings. I'm not really into just the beginning of the painting session and I'm super strict about lines. I'm not like that. I'm like this. I'm very free when it comes to my brush strokes. So as you can see here, I'm watering down the black because I'm gonna treat my acrylic as if I'm doing watercolors. And this is just for the initial stage of the painting. By watering down the paint, I'm already giving my painting some dark and light tones. Okay. Again, I'm very raw, so I hope you're learning something from being loose when it comes to paintings. Just paint away. Don't have to worry too much about details just yet. Just do as I do. If you're painting along with me, okay. Alright, again, just keep watering down your black. Some people will ask me, or maybe some people in the past have asked me, if you're watering down the paint, why not just use watercolor? The answer to that is that I am not a watercolor painter. I'm only doing this for highlights and style, but not doing it because I really want watercolors in general. Okay, sometimes I like the watercolor effect, but that doesn't mean I like it very much that I would stick to it as my usual medium. And I only like the watercolor effect during underpainting stage. I don't really like the watercolor effect for the whole painting or for the finished product. I hope I'm making sense. I think I'm just bluffing here. I don't know. Okay, so you can see I'm using watered down black. All right, so you already have an idea of where things are gonna go. Okay. Again, just water it down. Don't paint it too dark. That's the main purpose. I don't want super dark paints this moment. Okay, I think I accidentally dab on my orange, but I don't mind. We're just in the underpainting stage. Okay, now I'm gonna get my brown. Get your burnt sienna and mix it with white and yellow and a little bit of black just to tone down the color. Okay, make it more brown. I think this is really yellow. All right, and then in the same manner, I'm gonna go and paint some areas. As you can see here, I'm watering down the paint. It's all about using your own technique. Okay, it's quite repetitive as well. So if you get bored easily, I think you should do this when you just want to paint an owl and you're not short-tempered type of person because it's quite repetitive. And again, we're just in the underpainting stage. I'm gonna add a little bit of that water down brown near the beak. Okay, now, all right, I'm gonna go up and color some areas right here. You know what? Later, this will make sense. For now, let's just stick to doing the underpainting and do it one by one. Let's not rush anything. I promise you that it will make sense later. All right, like that. Okay, now let's underpaint the beak. I'm gonna get my gray, so I'm gonna mix my black and white. Right, like that. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of that gray color on some areas. Okay, using the same gray color. Oh, that's too gray. I'm gonna add a little bit of white. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of white and maybe a little bit of yellow. Okay, like that. Yeah, a little bit of yellow here and there. Okay. And then let's go back to some gray colors. Just fill in those bald spots. Okay, like this. Okay. So I'm already creating some feather-like brush strokes. Right, like that. Get your fan brush ready. We'll be using our fan brushes later. And we are still in the underpainting stage. All right, like that. Okay, I'm gonna get my black and let me just fill in this area. gonna get some gray colors. Oops. I know that it does look like a little bit of weird to you, but it should look weird at this stage because we're still in the underpainting. We're not doing any detailing just yet. This is very preliminary. So be patient with yourself as well. And with me, because we're not yet done. So I'm gonna make some tapping brush strokes right here. Again, as you can see, I'm very relaxed when it comes to doing my paintings. I don't want to stress so much about the details yet, especially when I'm doing the underpainting. Okay. My advice is, so that you can easily follow along, is for you to watch first the video before you proceed painting along with me. Meaning you can always replay the video after you've watched it for the first time or for the second time, regardless of how many times you watch it, just for you to have an overview of how things are gonna go. Okay. Okay, like that. All right. Now I'm gonna underpaint the eyes. I'm gonna get my black. Okay. I'm gonna get my black and I'm gonna make a circle inside this circle that we already have. Okay. Okay, and all right. So I'm gonna make another one right here. Okay, like that. You can always fix the shape later. If you think that your circle is not perfect, you can always reshape it later. All right, like that. Okay. I think I'm gonna correct this one. It's a little bit weird, but for now, I'm gonna allow that to dry. Now I'm gonna redefine the outline of the eyes. Like that. Okay. This will be covered with the fur later. I hope I'm calling it correctly. The fur? Or the feathers, not the fur. The fur. Alright. I'm gonna get my gray. A little bit of gray here and there. It's like doing an abstract as well when I create this patterns on the owl's head. Just like that. Actually, I consider this painting as very easy, meaning even your children, if you have kids or if you have little brothers and sisters, definitely this is definitely doable for them. Encourage them to paint and do something that they want if painting is what they want. Okay, I'm gonna darken. Okay, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna start doing some feather-like brush strokes. So I'm just using the tip of my brush, very relaxed. Okay, I'm gonna darken this area. All right, and also right here. Okay, just darken it first. All right, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna get my red and orange and maybe white. So I'm gonna get my red, my orange, and a little bit of black just to darken it. This is the underpainting for the sides of the eyes. You know, I really don't know how to call this scientifically, but yeah, around that circle, around the pupil. Okay, and the same thing right here. And this is also the best time for you to correct already the shape of those circles if you made a mistake. Me, I'm just gonna fix it because the left eye from my point of view is quite weird. Okay, I'm gonna make some adjustments. Again, red is not the actual color for the eyes. It's just the underpainting. I'm gonna allow that first to dry. I'm gonna get my black. And let me just fix the Alright. Okay, now I'm gonna darken this part of the peak. as you can see here, there's nothing much that is almost abstractish. Everything is just abstract, right? That's why I told you it's quite easy. This subject, it's not very difficult. Okay. I'm gonna darken this area of the beak. Right, like that. And then I'm gonna get white. Start creating some feathers. So I'm just gonna go around the eye, but I'm using short brush strokes. To create the feathers. Okay. Okay, now I want to go back to the eyes. We're like 60% done, okay? I'm gonna get my orange. Okay, I'm gonna get my orange, mix it with white. All right. And in the same manner, right here. Okay. Okay, like that. Okay, now I'm gonna get my yellow. Get your yellow, and I'm gonna lighten this lower part of the eye. Okay. I'm gonna wash my brush out. I'm gonna get my gray. I'm gonna create some reflections. I might use a little bit of blue later, so get your phthalo blue ready, but that would be later. Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush out. Okay, I'm gonna get my pure white. And I'm gonna dab it on inside the pupil. Like that. Alright? Okay, I'm gonna wash my brush out. The eyes are not yet done, but I just want to show you the expression of the owl. Alright, I'm gonna get some burnt sienna and white. So burnt sienna and white, a little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. Let's go back. So I'm just making some short dashes to create that natural pattern on the owl's head. All right, and same thing right here. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow. Okay. Okay, like that. Okay, I'm gonna get my white and I'm gonna make short dashes of brush strokes right here. On the forehead. And also on the face. Right, like that. Again, short dashes to create some feather-like brush strokes. Okay. Right here. I'm gonna add brown to my white. And again, just create some short brush strokes here. Also here. Some light brown, meaning I added white to my brown. Again, be gentle with those short brush strokes. We want to give it that feather-like effect. We don't want like super smooth lines. I just don't like it when I'm painting fur or feathers. And I think people have their own, oh, this looks good already. I think people have their own styles of doing their brush strokes. Mine is more of like, I call it painterly. I don't know if people think that my paints or my brush strokes are painterly, but for me, they're so raw that I consider it as painterly, not like digitally looking paintings. I'm gonna mix my burnt sienna, white and yellow, but the most dominant color should be yellow. I want it to be yellowish brownish, so maybe this color. And I want to add a little bit of that color here and there on the feathers. You don't want to spread this color all over the body of the owl. You just want to do it minimally. So some areas will be this color, some will be darker browns, and some will be a little bit of white. I keep saying that you prepare your palette knife, or sorry, not palette knife, your fan brush. We'll be using our fan brush later. Okay, I'm gonna get my brown. I'm gonna water it down and apply it quite evenly or randomly on the head. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna darken some areas of the feathers down here. This is to give it some sort of dimension. Here, I'm gonna gray it. that. All right, let me check. Okay. We're not yet done. We haven't used our, what they call this? We haven't used our fan brush. Okay. Now I'm gonna get a little bit of blue, so please wait a second. I'm just gonna get my phthalo blue. All right, I'm back. I just got my phthalo blue. So I'm gonna get my phthalo blue. Just a tiny bit of that color. So using my phthalo, I'm gonna mix it with white and then black to gray the color blue. So it's like this color. And I'm gonna apply this color on the eyes, a little bit of that reflection. And to make it more coherent, I'm gonna apply it on the beak. Okay, and then a little bit of this color on the feathers. You don't want to overdo this. Just a little bit of that color. All right. Here as well. Okay. And here as well on the forehead. What is going on with me? I feel like I don't know how to speak anymore. Okay, a little bit of that blue color. This is just the effect of light. This is not because the colors of the feathers are blue. This is just the effect of light. Okay. Just a little bit of that color, blue. Now let's use our fan brush because, yeah, we're ready to use it now. So I'm gonna use it dry. I'm gonna dab onto the same colors on our palette. This time, we're just trying to re-emphasize the colors that we already used. So I'm gonna get my burnt sienna and white. Okay, add a little bit of yellow. Remember that we used this color earlier. It's nothing new, really. Now I'm gonna use this to create some patterns by dry brushing. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of white. I think I already ran out of white, so I'm just gonna get my white. Okay, so using white, I'm gonna make some short brush strokes, trying to create some feather, like short feathers. Alright. Oops, I accidentally dab on my blue. I keep touching my blue. I'm just going around the eyes. Alright, like this. Okay, I'm gonna get my black and brown. And then a little bit of yellow in here. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. Oops! You know, sometimes you just accidentally touch some colors. Okay. So I'm just applying a little bit of brown here and there. Okay. I'm gonna get my white again. Why do I keep touching the blue? My gosh. Let me check. All right, this is really good. Looking good. Oh my gosh. I was about to lose hope. Okay, again, with the use of our fan brush, let's create some more feathers. Okay, I'm gonna use my light brown right here, gently applying it using my um, fan brush. Okay, I'm gonna get my black. So just keep repeating this process. We did not use a lot of colors today anyway, so everything, all the colors are in. Okay, I accidentally grab again my orange, which is just annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna make it work for me. I'm gonna apply some of that color right here. Okay. So don't be like me, accidentally dabbing on to the wrong colors. It happens sometimes. Okay, like that, to give it some sort of dimension. And then using black, I'm just gonna darken near that beak. All right, like that. Okay. Let me check. This is looking so good. But now I'm gonna use my ordinary brush, okay? I'm gonna dab onto my black. I'm gonna water it down. Okay. My paintbrush has a lot of blue. I'm gonna make some like watered down black, and I'm gonna darken some areas without, however, painting over what we already did by using watered down black. Okay. Okay, this time I'm just using pure black. I'm darkening some patterns on the forehead. Alright. Then using again our fan brush. I'm gonna get my white, pure white. Let's create some more feathers. need more white. So gently apply that white color using the tip of your fan brush. Okay, I'm gonna make some like that. Okay, let me check. Oh, this is really nice. Really, really nice. Okay, now, okay, I want to emphasize even more the eyes. I'm gonna get my orange. Okay, let's just add more of that color. Okay. All right, like that. I'm gonna get my yellow. All right, like that. I'm gonna get my white and yellow. Like that. Okay. Also here. To make the eyes more shiny. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. It fell. Okay, this is really good. Oh my God. I did not expect this at all because at first you were like doing abstract. Okay. I'm gonna get a little bit of white right here. Try to blend. Right, like that. Okay. I'm gonna get my gray color. Okay. Okay, this is really good. Okay, now let's go back to doing some highlights. I'm gonna get my pure white. Let me just fix the black portion of the eyes. Also here. Wow. Oh my gosh, this is so nice. Oh my gosh. Okay. Right. Some more depth using black, okay? I'm doing some depth to make it really dimensional. I think we did a good job. What do you think? This is good. So I'm gonna sign this now because it's really nice. Or maybe I'm just gonna add a little more detailing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna sign this now because this is done. So for the signature, I'm just gonna sign right here. I'm gonna use my white. It's not really visible, but it's all right. It's mine anyway. And we're done, guys. We're done with the owl. Oh my gosh. Oh, actually, I hurt myself today. my forefinger, yeah, I hit something that was just ridiculously painful early this morning. So anyway, it's getting better. So I hope you enjoy this one, and I hope you do this one as well. If you like this video, please like this video, share this with your friends so that they know that I exist. Yeah, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out all my other videos. I've done so many tutorials for the past 2 years, and I hope you enjoy all of them. So see you in my next video. Love you.